Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining in, for listening, watching my belated podcast this week. Yeah, it's eclipse season, and I'm still settling in after a big move and many other changes in life. So, but it's all good. And yeah, so I thought I'll join in today with a focus on the upcoming lunar eclipse. So, yeah, today is Friday, the 5th of September. We're only days away before the first of two eclipses, which is a full moon, total lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses only happen on full moon, solar eclipses only happen on new moons. And where do we start? So we are in Virgo season, and the eclipse portal has been ushered in with the last and first new moon in the sign of Virgo. Also, it's very auspicious. We're in such a time of magic, of greatest change. And we will have two new moons in the sign of Virgo. The first one was at the first degree a week ago, and the second new moon in Virgo will be on the 22nd of September at the last degree point of Virgo. So the Virgo Pisces themes are just really, really emphasized, particularly as we're right in eclipse season, and the eclipses, of course, happen on the nodal axis, on the south node in Virgo, north node in Pisces, that is taking us further into a very prosperous future. And also there is a lot of growth, there is a lot of change, discernment, a lot of letting go. I know so many people that are moving right now. There is just so much energy around change and what is serving, what is no longer serving, and where, what, how, who is meant to come with us and who isn't, what isn't. So we're really in a time where, yeah, we are asked even more to be present, to be really conscious and be the as much as we can at the center of our own being, to just to surrender into what is, because everything feels like it's speeding up maybe, and we all feel it, that we are in a time where it almost feels like it's a timeless time, a spaceless space, and its timelines are merging and everything feels more malleable. And sometimes I feel like I'm in like a dream kind of state, and what is real and what isn't. And Pisces is very much the energy of a higher version of channeling a deeper wisdom that wants to come through, also surrendering and having faith that we are divinely and beautifully guided in every moment, and that we hold everything within us. And so this is such a big time of implementing changes, making changes that are really resonating with who we are now. And also eclipses are always hold an energy, whether we are ready or not. We're gonna be moved where we need to be, and where we need to be might look very different in a couple of months' time, where we're gonna be compared to where we are now. And there's nothing to be afraid of or anything. I feel like, yeah, the ancients always saw eclipses as very, very auspicious, very a time where all of a sudden the sky would go dark, and or yeah, the sun is shadowed, receives a shadow, or the moon is overshadowed yeah by the earth moving between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow onto the moon, which will be the first of two eclipses in the sign, in a very sensitive sign of Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiacal wheel. And also, why this time is so even more potent is, yes, it's Pisces, which is the last sign of the zodiacal wheel. It's also, we have planet Saturn. Saturn is Lord of Karma. It's very much also very destined. It's very emerging Saturn is just went retrograde on Monday, and that's been a big deal, as Saturn will be retrograding for about the next 5 months until the mid of February. So that's a really profound time, and Saturn will be doing that. The retrograde for the last time back into the sign of Pisces as well. And we are only today, only on the 2 days, 3 days ago, on the 2nd of September, Saturn moved back into the sign of Pisces. And so that's a really big deal. And Saturn will be retrograding back to 25 degrees of Pisces, then stationing direct. And Saturn will then in February, mid-February, will be back in Aries. And that's also, so we are granted, the universe is granting us a portal, again, another portal. We better not miss any of these portals. I always feel like I keep missing portals, but anyway, they do keep coming back, which is cool. And so it's also, I find interesting that right during eclipse season, eclipse is coming up, total lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. And exactly just before the eclipse, Saturn is retrograding back into Pisces at the very last degree point. The last degree point is always a very critical degree. It's a degree of mastery, self-mastery. We are really, it's 29 degree of Pisces is that point where we are letting go. We are letting go of what is no longer serving. We are letting whatever that is on the inside, on the outside. That's also, so many people are moving in the outer world because also Saturn rules the mundane, linearity, things. It's the timeline. And I feel like it's almost feels like timelines are merging, and yeah, we are guided to let go of what's no longer our frequency, our energy, and that can be in any area. It can be around friendships, partnerships, business. I also feel a lot of us will be changing work, what we're doing, or adjusting our responsibilities at work, or expanding. There's a great expansive energy as well. And while there is expansion, there is also a deep letting go. And that letting go theme is a big theme of these eclipses, particularly the first one on Monday, because it is a full moon eclipse, which heightens our emotions. It's when the moon gets eclipsed, it means that our past memories, everything we've ever experienced, every taste, sense, smell, anything, also, our deeply felt emotions. And and there is this about 29-year cycle. We're really bringing things are coming to a culmination point. Full moons are always culminating. It's a peak time. Something's going to come to consciousness. And I feel for a lot of us, what's coming to consciousness is a sense of, it's almost like we're weighing up. We're in that portal where we are in front of the wise, of the elders, and there is this council, the council of elders, the elders within, where we know and hold our truth, and we know what's no longer serving us, but we've been holding on to it because there is still comfort there, even if there is comfort in the pain body. There can be a lot of comfort around that, and the comfort comes because we don't know what it looks like without that thing or that pain. Or so there is a fear of the unknown. Saturn rules fear and anxiety. The Virgo is that one sign that there can be anxiety, because also Virgo has that eye for detail. We wanna, that there is a sense of precision, of expectations. Things need to be a certain way, and when they're not, then that's where Virgo feels that anxiety, because it could feel like a life or death situation for Virgo to get it right and to have it perfect and to have everything in order. So we want to find the balance there, the balance between order and chaos. And I feel the more we can allow to, yeah, to surrender, to allow the chaos in a sense of that, where that's where creativity is born, where we are rebirthing ourselves, where we are feeling that creative spark. And the more conditions we put on, because Virgo can be very conditional, we're holding ourselves back from truly experiencing true magic of every moment. And so it's also a really good time to declutter, to detox, to let go, because there's so much letting go. So also can we let go on the inside and physically look after our health and well-being, do a little cleanse or something, or adjusting our diet, and or a fast can be really good, or intermittent fasting is something that really really works well for me when I'm dedicated to that, and allowing a period of 16 hours not eating, and then you only eat between like 8 hours. That's one way to do it. And yeah, something like that, where we feel, because also the less we put in, the less, density there is, and I feel the more we can make our lives zen, and the better we can breathe, the more the energy can flow better within and without. So it's a really good time to let go of from the inside out, and a bit of a purge is a good thing, or the refraining from food, because I feel like often, like food, it's such a habit. It's eating is mostly a habit, and I feel like most of us probably don't eat because we are truly hungry. It's more like, it's dinner time, it's lunchtime, I join the family or my partner or whatever, and it's sort of, can we, because Virgo is about the natural cycle, the cyclical nature of everything, and also our bodies are attuned to that. And can we listen to that? Can we listen to our body? Like, what do you want to wear today? What do you want to eat today? Let's just ask our whole being what it wants, rather than what it is used to. And that's where the challenge comes in, I feel, with around this eclipse and this whole season, is because there's a lot of habits that are often unhealthy, or that we don't even question anymore, and that keep us from truly being in our natural flow and what's intended for us to, and what would make life a lot easier and smoother and healthier and clearer. And because also Pisces, with so much Pisces energy, there is also, I feel like at times we can feel blurry, confused, boundaryless. Setting boundaries is really important in our lives. There's so much, Pisces holds that otherworldly energy. And I feel also it's a beautiful time, because I mean, we are all souls. We are souls with a body, and not a body with a soul. So as I'm talking to you right now, I feel like whatever I'm saying, I feel like it's this channel that is coming through my soul, and it's coming through my physical apparatus, through the word and my communication. And so I feel, can we embrace that wholeness and let situations go that are holding us back from truly being present and in our essence. So this is a big full moon, and I feel like a lot of us, we all feel it more or less, of course, and some people feel it very strongly. And if we're already very attuned to the lunar phases, then a full moon like that is like 1,000-fold the energy. It's like a full moon on steroids. It's huge. Um it's very celebratory, and celebratory. We want to celebrate, not salivate, right? Um, Virgo and Pisces don't want us to salivate, but celebrate. Maybe a bit of both, actually. Whatever feels aligned. Anyway, finding the balance of everything. But Virgo is the sign. She's ripe, she's fertile, she's ready, she's the harvest maiden. She's, that feminine representative of the divine wisdom. So can we tune into our divine wisdom? And also, I mean, there's so much change coming we have Saturn going retrograde now, and back into the sign of Pisces, 25 degrees, and won't be back into Aries until mid-February. So from here on till mid-February, and that's in different points in the sky, and psychologically, it's sort of a window has been opening, I feel, where we are clearing out over the next 5 months, adjusting, amending, moving things around inside, outside, in order to get ready for what's to come in February. So doesn't mean like nothing's gonna happen until then. A lot is gonna happen, and we've all already been feeling, because I think Saturn moved into Aries in May. There has been this window opening up with from May onwards. New opportunities coming in. We've been tasting. We know that there is change coming, and maybe a lot of us have started something, and it feels like there's a bit of a hold on to things, and but it's everything is for a reason. And I feel we're getting this divine reset, adjustment time to prepare and get ready for what's to come from February, mid-February next year, when things are really kicking off and kickstarting. And so it's really, we need to, I feel, embrace where we're at in each moment without putting, having the expectations of how things should look like, how things have to be like, or how fast it should be going, because it's not. We are really, the outer planets are all in retrograde motion, and Neptune will be the next one to join in the sign of Pisces. That's going to be in October. There's so much Pisces energy of the from here throughout the end of the year, it's going to be really strong, that how we're closing out the year and ushering in the new year. And again, and also I feel, because we are in the time where I feel our embodiment, we're really upgrading here on this planet. We are tapping into who we truly are, our essences, gifts that are coming through, gifts that we came here into this lifetime, but we've been maybe culturally, societally holding back, or not believing that how powerful we are. And this is also a time where our power is coming back in. So it's a beautiful time, and maybe a lot of us are getting downloads or certain gifts that are coming to the surface, or all of a sudden we have an epiphany, we know things. And so anything, there's so much magic in the air, and if we can allow it and don't control things, and I'm talking to myself here because I'm very Germanic as well, and I like to control things, and that's not going to work all that well, and I know it, and putting it into practice is a bitch at times, but it's the only way to learn and do things. And and then also we have, and it's really auspicious, this new full moon lunar eclipse, because exactly on the full moon we also have Uranus, the rebel, revolutionary, the shaker, mover, unexpected occurrences, is stationing to go retrograde as well, and won't and will go back in the early sign of Gemini. Again, it's sort of like we've been getting this taste of new ancient technologies for the modern times, of AI, of ChatGPT, of there's so many technologies. And so we already been getting a bit of a taster, and especially for the next many years to come, until I think I don't know how long Uranus is in the sign of Gemini, but for many years, 8 years or so, 7 years. But Uranus is also going backwards, and is exactly on the full moon. So that's going to add to that letting go, because Uranus usually brings up some sudden changes, unexpected twists and turns, revolutionary occurrences. But also I feel Uranus is spirit. There's an upgrade again for us to tap into, to allow. And so we're really, these are huge times that we are in. And then Uranus will go back into the sign of Taurus for the last time in our lifetime, because Uranus has a cycle of 84 years. And so in this lifetime, most of us will only experience that once in this lifetime. And so Uranus is going back into Taurus from the 8th or 9th of November. and then re-enters Gemini in April. So again, it's a huge that window from November until April. Again, I feel like we're gonna have some weather changes. There will be, yeah, because Uranus is the mover and shaker. Taurus, there's a lot of earth changes coming, and it doesn't mean like disasters, but maybe there can be natural changes happening, because I really feel Uranus is bringing a lot of changes to the ley lines, the earth lines. Mother Earth is adjusting, so who knows what's going to happen. But also Taurus rules finances, so we can expect financial upheavals, chaos. So that there's so much happening from here on, or between, from from here on until February, March, April, a lot of reset and revolutionary happenings, and rebellion, and standing up for ourselves, and building communities, and sustainability. And so there's lots and lots to come. So also right now around this eclipse time, we got Jupiter squaring Mars, Jupiter in the exalted sign of Cancer, Mars in Libra. So it's interesting. Jupiter's exalted, very happy to be in Cancer. Mars is super unhappy to be in the sign of Libra, because it's the opposing sign of Aries, where Mars is thriving. So there's a bit of a tension there. Mars in Libra, well, it's very open. We're collaborating, we are cooperating, working together. It's really good for teamwork and looking after others. And um, but there is a tension around how we assert ourselves. Mars in Libra is not very assertive in really going for what she wants. So now that Jupiter is about expansion. Expansion is in a tense aspect to assertion. So there might be an inner conflict around what we want to expand in our lives, how we want to go bigger and bolder and move forwards and deeper. And because Jupiter in Cancer is also a deep dive into the emotions. And then there is Mars, which is weakened in the sign of Libra, not really strong and going for what she wants. So yeah, there could be a conflict around our assertiveness, our aggressive instinct, how we, yeah, competitiveness maybe could come up. We could be passive aggressive. Relationships are in focus big time. Um, yeah, because there is Mars in Libra is the relationship sign of Venus ruled. So there's quite also again, what are my expectations? Are my expectations my emotions blowing out of proportion around something? How can we again find the medium there? Because there could be a bit of imbalance there in how we want to go for what we want, which there could be, yeah, either expecting too much, or judgment. Libra, Jupiter, there could be judgment around something. Yeah, so also the relationship to ourselves, our inner masculine, feminine. Are we in balance? Are we not? That's where it always starts. Are we projecting? How do I meet my outer world? So there's quite a lot happening there. But also it's the pressure is taken away a bit. Is Yeah, because Jupiter is exalted, so that will ease that aspect a bit more and bring greater, yeah, a greater flow to things as well. It's not going to last that long, but it will be here the 6th, 7th, 8th. Yeah, we're in for a little bit until the 9th. Yeah, so for a couple of days here, 3, 4 days, we will feel that tension, and also a strong sense for equality, standing up for others. And also, yeah, how do we stand up for ourselves? How do we assert ourselves, what we want? How can we communicate lovingly what's important to us? And so also, yeah, being mindful of any kind of challenges in relationships around this time as well. And yeah, what else are we looking at? Anyway, I think there is, yeah, Venus, she's in the sign of Leo, big and bold and strong, the lioness, warmth of the heart, very beautiful. And yeah, in a sextile to Mars, so that there is a bit more harmony there. And no matter what might be coming up, so that's quite lovely as well. Yeah, I think I'll leave it with that. It's just, yeah, it's big times, and I'm sure we all feel it on various levels. And then we also, in addition, we have solar flares, we have all sorts. So every day is different. It feels like it's a roller coaster from moment to moment, whether we feel energized, whether we got stuff up, then we might be moving, shifting, changing. And also what I find is really important, and also for myself, allowing time to integrate, because we can't just keep on going, because integration time is just so crucial. And yeah, to implement change, and not just running from one thing to the next. Okay, on that note, have a beautiful eclipse time, and may your changes be benevolent and beautiful. And if they are not chosen, then how do we respond? Can we respond in a sensible way? Or even if something is overwhelming, can we step back and find time to discern and feel into it and not react? All right, then have a beautiful day, weekend. Much love. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon again. Bye.